When you look around the world, I mean, and Australia is a fantastic example about this. Loan growth in Australia is what, 2 to 3%. If you look at the bank's earnings, they get really excited about having 1 or 2 basis points of net interest margin expansion. The regulatory environment for the banks is quite negative. India is completely the opposite. You have loan growth running at 25 to 30%. And as I said before, GDP growth is growing at 7%. You just need a little bit of extra products or taking market share or something. You can get loan growth of 25 to 30%. Net interest margins are either stable to slightly going up, and the credit quality environment for the private banks is actually quite favorable. And then, opposite to Australia, you actually have a government which is very they're doing a lot to clean up the banking sector and to make sure that credit is extended to Indians who need credit. So it's a very attractive sector, and the banks aren't that expensive. They're still attractively valued given all the positive things that are behind it. So I quite like financials. We own banks, we own non-bank financials, so those are things like companies that lend for car financing, or we own a microfinance company, these sort of financials. Secondly, we do like the consumer shares, mostly in the autos rather than staples. Maruti Suzuki is one of our top picks. It's been a core holding in the portfolio for over a year now. So if you look at the penetration of autos in India, it's about 4% of what it is in Australia. So there's just this huge pent-up demand as that rising middle class comes through, and we want to be able to capture that. And then we also like infrastructure. The Modi government, it's a huge push going into the 2019 election, and everything from highways to roads to ports, just getting the Indian economy moving via improvements in infrastructure is a big priority. So we own Larsen & Toubro, or L&T, which is the biggest infrastructure company in India, and that's the stock that we're really excited about.